right. Mark, let's just start with how big of a week is this for you guys? I mean, going up to Stanford in a conference duel and then closing out your home schedule as well.
It's pretty important. We put a lot of emphasis on ending the regular season, with a 10-1 record. Since we came back from Christmas, we kind of had a heart-to-heart at the Midlands and said this is what needs to be done, to have success. And the guys have done a real good job. Even the guys that might not have won every single match, they've turned it up another notch. And it is important. We told these guys that, if we can finish the season 10-1, that'll be the best single dual meet season that's been accomplished here in probably 20, 30, 40 years. So for those guys to be a part of that it's a big deal. It's a very big deal to them. And we're actually really focusing on this weekend right now more than the Pac-10s or the NCAA championships, which isn't normal. But for us, it's really important to win these last two final duels.
And why is it you guys are focusing more on this weekend more than
I think just, to be part of something, this team, to be part of something that hasn't been done here in a while. And to have the single, the dual meet season, the best dual meet season that's been here and probably since the Hitchcock era, I'm not even sure he had a team that had this good of a record. So, it's just something that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. And it's important to win this duel against Stanford, and it's important to come back and finish off the right way against San Francisco.
I just have one more question. You guys moved up a little bit in the polls last week to 20th and first. Do you guys even care about that stuff?
Yeah, there's so many different polls. Like one we're 15, and then one they have Boise number 9, but the other they have them ranked number 1. The polls, the wrestling coaches, the wrestlers, they kind of know which poll is the best one and which one is the most realistic. So we're setting probably around 16. That's where we should be right now until we've proven that we can beat those other programs. I don't see us going ahead of them. And until someone beats us, we deserve where we're at right now. And Boise State's the only team that has beaten us. And they probably are, right now the hottest team in college wrestling. So, that I guess that puts a little less sting on losing to them, but at the same time, that's who we have to beat in 3 weeks. So we got our hands, full because they are the top program right now, or at least one of the top programs in the country. But we're happy with where we're at right now.
Hey, Mark, what is Stanford? What are you up against with Stanford?
What about Stanford?
What are you up against with Stanford?
Well, they have. They've had a pretty, tough team all year. They've held a lot of guys out recently because of injuries, but they have 3 or 4 guys that are ranked in the top 5 or 6 in the country. So as far as your big hitters, they have a little bit more power than we do at this point. But our guys are fighting hard, and right now it's become more about a team than a single individual. So we were feeling pretty confident heading up there. This is we feel it's a lot more important to us than it is to them at this point.
I think it was Wyoming. Wasn't that the first time you guys had wrestled with your 10 best? Yeah.
First semester, we didn't have our full lineup in. And the last 3 weeks, we've wrestled 4 top 15 schools, and we went 3-1. So, the guys are doing a good job. But, yeah, the first semester was a little tough on everyone because when you're as competitive as the guys that we have and we're not placing as high in those tournaments because we're holding out half of our team, it was a pretty rough semester. But this turnaround and, like we said, focusing on this dual meet season and trying to finish, one of the best dual meet teams ever here has become very, very critical to us. And I think not only is it going to be pretty special for these guys Sunday if we do accomplish the 2 wins this week, but the confidence for us will be night and day from difference of coming back from Christmas and heading into the most important part of the season, which is NCAAs and Pac-10s.
But right now you do have your best wrestlers going full force.
Yes, we'll have all 10 guys. We've had a couple of injuries, but nothing too critical, and we plan on being full strength these last 2 dual meets.